Hi, I'm Jillian Askew. I'm from Chicago, and I'm 19 years old.
What do you think of when somebody says a person is acting black or acting white?
I think of the stereotypes that people put labels on for, like the black community versus the white community, the hip hop versus country music, or the what clothes you wear over how you
Do you
talk or
think a
act.
person's behavior or speech has to do with their education?
No, I feel like sometimes in a lot of situations people are very educated, but they tend to believe that because of like society and peer pressure, they have to talk a certain way or do certain things. But I don't see the correlation sometimes. Just like it's stupid, but whatever.
If
Alright.
you are around a group of black people or white people, do you feel you have to act a certain way or talk differently than you normally would?
Yeah, I would say I do in certain cases where I'm from, certain groups. If I act a certain way, they're like, "Oh, why are you talking that way?" Or if I dress a certain way, like, "Oh, of course you would listen to that music or this music." There's usually sometimes certain things that would make it so I'm acting white or I'm acting. When I'm with my basketball team at my high school, they had a lot of slang or certain sayings, and sometimes I would be like, "What are you even talking about?" They're like, "Oh, see, you don't even know," like as if I'm white, or like they like would say certain comments like what I'm wearing is like, "Oh, that's so white."
Do you feel the way a person acts or speaks is a learned behavior or the way they're born?
I believe it's a learned behavior, and it's not. It comes from their parents or how they're brought up. I do agree with that, but it's not. It doesn't mean they can change. They don't have to talk that way or live that life. It's within their own mindset if they want to act differently. But I feel like society causes a lot of influence in culture.
Do you think how someone dresses is a clue of how they act? And what's an example?
How someone dresses, yes. I feel like there's a lot of different styles that would try to give off a certain attitude that someone wants to portray. And an example would be when someone wears, let's see, just shoes in general. When someone wears like those new Nike high tops or the interesting shoes, they want to make it look like they're fresh. Make it look like they're new, that they got money to spend on their shoes, which is funny because sometimes their outfit looks worse than the shoes. But it's all in the shoes, and that's what they want people to
Do
look
you
at.
think being light-skinned or dark-skinned, you are more attractive either way?
I feel like personally, there is no difference between light skin and dark skin, but I've heard stories and heard like other ideas of how the lighter you are, the more attractive you are, and you don't like certain. I know from experience that I have friends who they wouldn't want to go in the sun in the summer because they wouldn't want to get darker than they really are, which is interesting because I love getting dark, but then again I'm light skinned, so I feel like it just changes through the different types of skin colors. But yeah,
How do you feel you have to dress or look to be accepted?
me personally, I feel like just my past experiences, I dress in all types of ways. I don't usually care what some people say or whatever, but I do feel like sometimes when I'm going out with certain people, I do dress differently. If you could look at it that way, wouldn't wear the same clothes I would to another party than a party with my other friends. So I guess that would change.
Do you think it's more accepted to have like straight hair, like or permed or relaxed hair?
Hmm.
Do you think that's...
And yeah, definitely. I feel like everyone in society does not want to go all natural or with the fro. It's coming back. It's coming back. I'm excited because I dig the Afro line mane fro. But I do feel like majority of the kids I know would rather permed straight, as some people would say, white girl hair over their coarse, coarse black hair.
Are there standards that are imposed upon you, and what are they?
Standards, yes. I would say there's certain things like just through um, government and like policies. Like how do you look at it? Well, if you're black, you have to stand for civil rights and certain things, and sometimes people stand for it and they don't even know what they're fighting for. I do believe in it, but I do know why and what motivates me. But like in the past election, if I were to vote, I should have voted for Obama because I'm black. But I believe in Obama, so that's why I would have voted for him. That's just like one area. And other areas would just be like the music I listen to, or how I feel when certain people do certain things. Like I should react in a obnoxious, loud way sometimes. And maybe I do, but it's because I feel differently about it, and I think it's more my personality. But I think others put standards upon me to try to follow.